My name is Aneta Jurushkova and I am Managing Director at Retigo UK. Retigo has been in the UK for many years, but we experienced many ups and downs. Back in 2020, right in pandemic and before Brexit, we actually made the decision together with the owners and the directors in the Czech Republic that we will establish our own UK branch and we will invest heavily into the market in order to grow organically and support our partners. We didn't really have very high expectation, and it was a very difficult decision for the owners and directors to take. But we believed in it so much, we've done it.
My name is Mike Griffiths. I'm a Technical Manager for Retigo UK. I've been Technical Manager for nearly 3 years now, and yeah, it's a great experience and a great role. Combis, I go back 18 years with combi ovens, from combi ovens in large retail supermarket chains, all the way through to sort of small takeaways. Combi ovens has been sort of right at the front of my focus in the catering industry. Delved out a little bit and we did some other equipment in the middle, but always find its way back to combi ovens. I was introduced to Retigo. A little bit strange. I was like, yeah, okay, this is how you do it. Wasn't, let's say, 100% convinced at the start, and I started asking the questions, the sort of questions that prompt themselves from the knowledge of other combis, and the answers were coming back positive, and I was okay, yeah, this sounds good, but there must be something wrong. There must be something that they're not telling me. So yeah, we delved a bit deeper. We had a look at the technology, we had a look at the manufacturing, the quality of the units, and for us, and for me especially, totally convinced.
John Blount, Service Manager, Retigo UK. I've worked in the commercial catering industry now for 25 years. My involvement in service support here in the UK is to support everyone, right from the end user, right up to the frontline engineer out there. What drew me to the Retigo brand was the reliability. Having fitted one 12 years ago, never had to go back to it ever again. You know, when this opportunity came up, it was a natural choice for me to move on and look at, you know, what role can I bring with my experience into this brand and into this company.
We were selling this oven for 4 years, maybe 5 years. From selling the combi ovens to being invited to be technical manager, I think for Retigo in Czech Republic, it was a natural step for them. It was like, well, we've got this guy, he's English speaking, he's got all this experience, why wouldn't we? And for me, I was like, okay, yeah, technical manager, Retigo UK, no problem. This is gonna be a walk in the park, you know? So I was like, yeah, I can do this, no problem. And here we are.
The technical support here in the UK is in my opinion one of the best technical supports out there. Having been in this industry a long time, it has, you know, to me, it's opened my eyes massively what Mike and the team here did, you know, before my arrival.
My past experience has been, I think, invaluable to Retigo in the UK. Many ways, from the way we handle spare parts, the way we handle inquiries, the way we handle technical inquiries, the way that we go the extra mile to test, work out part failure. Is it failure of a part? Is it a supplier issue? Is it an install issue? Where's the issue? We had a particular site survey. We knew it was going to be a challenge. I was just walking down the stairs and the chef looks up at me and he says, no way, you'll never get that up them stairs. And I went, we will. And we did. This role has been brilliant because we, as Retigo UK, we've done things different. Being this independently owned company, Retigo, in Czech Republic. Because we're a subsidiary of this company, we are able to talk directly to the R&D department. Now, this again is unheard of. The R&D department are so closely connected to us that we can feed something back and literally get some feedback straight away. We want to know. We want to know what spares we use on our ovens. We want to track the reliability of the spares on our ovens, and we want to report back if we find a trend. So this is why we're different.
For us, no customer is too small or too big. We may need to make sure that our after-sales support is on a high level.
I find the difference with Retigo to other manufacturers, especially here in the UK, is everything from the ground up. You know, the management, the support, the technical, the support chefs, the spare parts holding that we hold here in Wrexham. Many manufacturers use, outsource all sorts of things to all sorts of different people, but everything that is done here at Retigo UK is done in the UK at Retigo.
You know, as we started growing the brand in the UK, we focused on training, and what a great move it was.
We've launched Retigo Wow training because we listened to the challenges which our partners face day to day, and because we wanted to help them somehow and provide them something special, to reward them for such efforts and time which they invest into convincing the end customer about Retigo Combi Oven.
We're after the best engineers out there really, and part of that is training. And so we're offering that with our WOW training, and hopefully bringing up that level of knowledge that is sadly lacking in the industry.
My name is Carl Hutchins. I own my own training consultancy business. My objectives are to keep the industry safe, compliant, and pass on those skills, testing skills, which we need in our industry.
First met Carl when we were doing some training together. I was on one of his courses, and it just totally blew me away. The style of teaching, the way he comes across, and I looked across the room at the other guys and they were all getting it, and I thought, wow, this is different. I've done many courses in the past. They give you a document and say, on your way, you're fully trained, but Carl literally stops, goes through every single procedure and point, and he really doesn't leave you behind. And I thought, this is special.
I deliver the skills and all the requirements that a commercial catering engineer will need to take on board if he's going to face and be confronted with all this complicated equipment out there.
We knew that together with Carl and his knowledge, we can literally help our partners.
So following the training with Carl, he took a sneak peek of our oven during some training. He was actually quite blown away with the technology on our oven and the simplicity. So Carl sort of said, well, Mike, who does training on your ovens? He wanted to get involved because he felt so passionate as well about the brand.
When I first saw the Retigo Combi, very different from other market leaders, great bit of kit, does the job without all the bells and whistles. It's engineer friendly, that goes a long way. A customer can buy a very fancy product, but when they actually go to support that product, there's not a lot of skilled technicians out there to support it, or find it very awkward to support it. This is a straightforward combination oven that works.
The WOW training is aimed at all engineers. In this climate now, shortly after the pandemic, we lost a lot of skilled engineers, and this is known well throughout the industry. We decided that we would sort of hook up with Carl. We would create some technical document which wasn't just based around our ovens, it was a general document which can be used by engineers of all skill levels in this industry, and for them to sort of like move to that next step and sort of be able to be maybe more confident in the field. My personal involvement in the Retigo WOW training is compiling all the technical information to go into the manual. So it's right. I was heavily involved in the error coding
and the layout for the error coding, so it can be used by an end user right through to a frontline engineer.
We come up with this name, WOW Training, because we believe that when the engineers leave, the first reaction is going to be wow. I didn't know that. And so, yeah, in conjunction with Carl Hutchins, we created this document to help and give something back to the industry. And I believe that we're the only manufacturer that offers anything like this.
My name is Jason Blake. I work for PKL Group and I'm a business support engineer. I think the Retigo well training is very good. It's informative. It's nice to have detailed training on your components. I've been on a lot of training in the past and they don't really go into it that deep.
I started up on my own because I felt there was a need for engineers to train properly, testing equipment and components and machinery, and because the times are changing, everything's getting high tech now, there's some expensive components, there's some guesswork, there's some part swapping.
I think, you know, with a lot of the ovens that are out there already, without naming them, I think they can be very intricate, very difficult. I mean, you know, when you're on site with a client and they've got an oven that's not working, they really want you to go there and fix it on the first visit. But if you can't, then obviously they can lose money, obviously delivering food and stuff like that. So with something like this and the support network that you've got, I think it will benefit everybody, to be fair.
The engineers that attend our WOW training here in Wrexham are going to get a very, very good insight into component testing and the installation and the correct installation of appliances. It's been an engineer myself. It's sometimes very difficult when you're out there and you don't particularly understand how a particular component works or how it should. And this WOW training that we provide here in Wrexham is going to help them not only fixing a Retigo combination oven, but also by fixing any other brand of appliance that's out there as well. You know, this knowledge that we're providing here and the documentation that goes along with it is in my opinion, second to none.
I'm Mark Lewis and I work for a company called Abraxas, they're based in Droitwich. I definitely recommend the training to others. Yeah, it's a bit more wide range compared to some of the other training courses that we've done. There's been a few issues in the past that we've had on like other combis, and the training on this has been a bit of a shine as to what the issues have actually been. So diagnosing is going to be a little bit easier.
My name's Rob Hart. I'm a service engineer for Abraxas Catering. Today's training, it's been really beneficial. It'll help us to make sure that we're diagnosing things correctly first time and provide a much better service to our customers.
These technicians will have to go and live test on some of this equipment, and it's my job to show them the risks and all the hazards associated with live testing.
The use of testing equipment has become a little bit more clearer from what they've shown us.
I think for a lot of people, I think with the fact that you bring your own gauges and stuff to do the testing of the components, I think a lot of people out in the industry don't actually know how to test items and don't know how to use their own equipment. Most people just carry it because they know they need it, but they don't really know how to use it. So I think that's quite good.
Certain components of the ovens has been made more clearer, and it's a bit more varied rather than just concentrating on what they supply, what they manufacture.
The technical manual that they've provided us with is a godsend. It will be like a Bible. Really helpful.
For our partner distributors, it's beneficial in a number of ways, from speeding up the process of fault finding, from being safe with what they're doing, and being more efficient in their day-to-day activities. So it's an absolutely brilliant thing to be doing.
I've been on previous training courses myself, and a lot of it is death by PowerPoint, unfortunately, or promotion of the product itself. What engineers need today is real time. I'm going to have to go and fix it, Carl. How do I go about fixing it? What's different about our training is we actually get them hands-on. We actually strip equipment down. We make test procedures. We look at all the high-tech components, printed circuit boards, solid-state relays, and frequency inverters, and before they go ahead and just go trigger happy and change parts or put their fingers in somewhere they don't realise there could be a potential charge like a capacitor, hopefully they realise after today and take away those new skills that they can do this job more safely and more competent.
Of course I learned something new, 100%, learned lots. You know, I've been doing this 28 years and I still pick things up today, so it's very good, so I enjoyed it.
It's going to be great for the industry.
It's been brilliant, really learnt a lot, really enjoyed it.
Have I faced any challenges as being technical manager for Retigo UK? It would be silly of me to say I haven't, but everything that we've seen, we've resolved. We found a solution. This is what we do.
I think the beauty about Retigo UK is that we are pretty independent and we've got a great team. Without the team, we wouldn't be where we are.
Because we're such a passionate team.
They're a great bunch of guys.
One of the last independent combi oven manufacturers in the world. This gives us so much flexibility to shape the business as we need it. And the data, the engineers, the whole process, I can't tell you now anybody that I know is doing it like us. I'm involved in so much and it's amazing.
I find working with the team here at Retigo UK a refreshing place to work. I've never worked or been part of anything where so many people are so passionate about a product and the service that we provide, so it's a great honour for me to be working here.
I can't wait to see what we do in the future.